Hey guys, what is going on? It is Chris here. Hopefully, you guys all had a pretty good weekend with some NBA and NFL as well. As you guys saw, didn't do a video yesterday. Small slate, four gamers, but still some pretty good high scores out there. So hopefully, you guys all had a pretty good day as well. So anyway, 9 game slate here today. We got a couple blowouts, a couple games that that should be pretty close. Not too many injuries, big injuries to really look at. So for the most part, kind of a straight up slate here early on in the morning. As normal, anything can happen during the day. So yeah, I just wanted to say, like I said, it doesn't really mean too much, but a couple days ago, my last video told you guys I thought Kawhi Leonard was going to rest, and I was spot on. He did rest. So just I wanted to kind of say that I was spot on that. Yeah, and a lot of our picks were not too bad. Hopefully, you guys played them. I had T.J. Warren, Kemba Walker went off for 70 plus. So it wasn't too shabby. So hopefully, you guys played some of those picks. So yeah. Anyway, as normal, if you guys want in on premium, let us know. We still won. I forgot to post the screenshots for Saturday, but we did win once again. If you want to check those out, check out our Twitter in the comment section below. But that is another win for us. I think that's 5 straight days of winning lineup. So we're definitely turning it on. We'd love to have you guys join us. $50 a month, $350 for the season, including playoffs. So yeah, to get in on that as normal, check out our website in the comment section and hit us up on Twitter as well. So yeah, like I said, 9 games here today. So let's get into our first game. First game we have is Phoenix and Philly. Let me go see here. We have a 224 and Philly by 12. So should be a blowout here. I personally still think Simmons is in a half decent spot. I know he's 9,400, so he might get you 45, a little below average. But I still don't mind him in this one. I did pick him the other day when he had 50. You can look at Redick in this one. Like I said, Philly, you can consider Simmons, Butler, and Joel Embiid. They may be a little below 5 times value, but there's not too many big, crazy guys I really like today. So you can consider them just because they have an easy matchup. But, keep in mind it could be a blowout, so anything could happen. But, they should get most of their points before they get taken out. But, like I said, we'll see. But, I do consider those guys. Even though it could be a blowout, I still consider maybe putting one in there. Anyway, I do like Warren. Ariza's back, but Warren still should be in the starting lineup. If we get some weird news that he's not in the lineup, probably not going to play him. But, Warren's been hot, so I'm pretty sure he's still going to be in there. Another guy I don't mind is Mike Muscala. He should be in the starting lineup again. They really aren't playing Wilson Chandler a lot. They don't want to play him right now. So I think they're giving Mike Muscala a little bit extra minutes these last couple games. So like I said, if Muscala's starting again at power forward, why not put him in there? If he's not starting, won't start him. So yeah, like I said, 3,900, 18 to 20, nothing crazy, but the minutes are there, 31 and 36. So and facing an easy Suns team, so he might get you 22 or 23. That's just kind of your lowest score guy. But like I said, he's playing big minutes, and I do like that if you need someone very cheap at the center position. And then Joel Embiid, he's going to play, so if you want to put him in there, that's very expensive. But the only one I would really consider is Mike Muscala. Like I said, you can look at the big 3 for Philly, but there's no one a must-have. And then Warren – yeah, like I said, he should be in the starting lineup. I really don't mind him for only 7,000 as well. All right, moving on. Cleveland and Detroit. We only have a 2-11 and Detroit by 11. So Cleveland's starting to get healthy again, which kind of makes them not playable. Yeah, not playable too much. You still got Thompson. You can look at Larry Nance if he starts. I'm not 100%. Osman's back. Hood's still playing. Then you got Smith, Kyle Korver's coming back, Clarkson. So, yeah, Cleveland's getting healthy again, which, kind of hurts for fantasy purposes. But is there anyone that I must have? Probably not. You can look at Drummond. You can look at Griffin. Same thing with Philly. It could be a blowout, so they may not play too much. Larry Nance is only 67. I don't mind him, but he's just not too aggressive. He might get you 30, 32, but not high upside in this one. Maybe look at Galloway coming off the bench. He's been playing pretty big minutes, but that's really it. So is there a clear cut? Nah, probably not in this game. But as normal, you can look at Drummond and Griffin if you need them, but probably not playing this one. It's a 2-11 and only 11 spread, so for the most part, kind of a crap game. So anyway, I'm moving on. Utah and Indiana, another kind of a slow game here. Oladipo, I don't think he's going to play in this one. That's the only injury we have to look at. In this one here, he has a knee injury, didn't come back from that last game, so I don't think he's going to play in this one. He is listed as questionable. So we'll have to see. Like I said, I really don't think he will play. So who does that help? Well, I really don't know. Indiana, they don't really have anyone that really steps up. I thought Evans for sure was going to step up. I had him. They played him a lot in the first half, and that was really it. They didn't really play him anymore. He got to his minute restriction area, and that was it. He only had 13 points. So, and then they brought in Aaron Holiday and stuff like that. So, yeah, that's the thing. Look at Evans doesn't really play big minutes. So if you're looking for the guy to play 30, 35, it's not going to happen. So, like I said, Holiday played minutes, but the only one I'm really looking at, another guy, GPP only, is Miles Turner. This guy's been trashed the entire year, but last 2 games been picking up 36 and 32, and if Oladipo is out, that might help him just a little bit. Doesn't play big minutes, has foul trouble, but last 2 games not looking bad. Plus, Utah kind of struggles against the center position. So, yeah, man, I mean, early on, there's nobody I really like. Sabonis, you can look at him, but there's no guy that, all right, I have to have this guy in my lineup. These three games are kind of trash, to be honest. Like I said, I don't mind Warren and Mike Muscala, but that's really it so far. Moving on, Boston, Charlotte. Here's a game I might pick 1 or 2 from. 217 in Boston, only by 2. So you can definitely look at the 2-point guards in this one for sure. Kimba and Irving, both those guys are in play. Jeremy Lamb is $6,200. I haven't paid attention to him, so obviously he's doing half decent work. 38 and 38. Yeah, he's not playing too bad. I don't know. You can probably put him in there. I think he still can get you 30 points. So you can look at him. Let me see here. Michael Kidd's out, so Bridges getting a couple more minutes, but I don't mind Hayward. I know he's up and down, but I think he can get you maybe 30 in this one. Tatum has a bad DVP against him, but it's up to you guys. A guy I do like for relatively cheap is Cody Zeller. The guy is actually playing pretty big minutes the last couple games. 31, bad one against Cleveland, but then 35. So they're not afraid to play him, as you see, 24, 30, 23, 27. So if you're looking for that 25, 26 range, you definitely I don't mind it. Only $4,700. You can definitely consider him. Consider him here in a 217 total and a very close game. So you can look at Zeller. Consider Hayward. We can look at Lamb, but the 2 I'm probably looking at for sure is Walker and Irving in this one. A little bit of a boost to Walker just because he likes playing at home a little more. So probably a boost to him. But both those guys are in pretty good spots. All right, moving on. LA and Atlanta. Atlanta's finally home after a week and a half road trip, and it was just terrible for them. So we have a 229 in LA by 7. So, man, Clippers are actually playing half decent this year. Anyway, we got Alexander. He's been complete trash these last 2 games. Don't know if I can really put him in there. I was talking him up, but last 2 he's been terrible. Beverly, he's been okay. Might get a couple steals against Trae Young that kind of, I mean, he's not bad, but he's kind of wild with the ball sometimes. Not too bad of a dribble, but I think Beverly can maybe get 1 or 2 steals. I don't mind Lynn. The only thing I'm worried about is Beverly maybe being on him a little bit. But like I said, Lynn has been pretty good since Young's been a complete trash the last couple games. So you can look at Lynn. The only thing I'm worried about is Beverly being on him, but I still think you can consider him. Shooting guard, don't mind Lou, been struggling, but if he, I think he could be half decent spot. I don't mind Harris or Montrezl Harrell in this one. Dead mid maybe 23-24. I'd probably go Zeller though. another one of those kind of blowout games. But Harris and Harrell, those probably the two that I'm looking at. And then that's probably it. And then, like I said, you can consider Lynn, but, watch out for that Beverly being on him. So, yeah, so far these games aren't too crazy. These later games are a lot better, so I probably won't have too much going on in this early games at all. All right, moving on. We have our next one. Denver and Milwaukee. This should be a pretty good one. 228 in Milwaukee by 5. So finally a game we're getting to that's actually we're talking about. Let me look here. Eric Bledsoe. I really don't usually pick him. Denver is a pretty good defense, but I think this could be a half-decent spot. Look at him. He's playing some pretty good ball. Just played Denver, had 37 against them. So I still think you can consider Eric Bledsoe. I personally didn't even know that they just played each other just a couple days ago, so let me go look at their stats. Giannis, he only had 50, but I still think you can consider him since, he'll be popular. As I said, there's not too many stars out there. Giannis and mostly Davis, so you're going to have one of them in there. Hernan Gomez for sure. He's still, price getting up there, but pretty good spot, $5,500. Yeah, I like him, putting up pretty good numbers last 2 games. Should be kind of chalky, but got to put him in there. He's been on a tear. You can look at Gary Harris as well. Usually don't play him, but he is 7,100. Just one of those games that I kind of want a lot of exposure to. Had 26 against Milwaukee. He'll probably sit around that 30, 33 range in this one. That's probably a cash game play, not GPP at all. Go look at Murray, how he has been doing. Like I said, I don't know how this last game went, so I'm trying to look. He had 26. Yeah, he hasn't been playing too well. Monte Morris, I think he's been playing a little better. You can look at him coming off the bench. Yeah, his minutes aren't too bad. That's one thing I like. So 26 against Milwaukee, look at him. So, yeah, this is definitely going to be one of the games I'm looking at. Middleton, you can look at Millsap. Not my favorite play, but you can still look at him. And then Jokic for sure if you want to go that way. Lopez probably against Jokic. I don't think he did anything last time. I was wrong. He had 42 points against them. So, I don't know if he'll do that again, but, I mean, you can consider him. I think that was the night he had a crazy three-point shooting time for him. So, looking at Jokic, Giannis, Hernan Gomez, Middleton, Brogdon. I mean, like I said, Eric Bledsoe. Mostly just look at this game. And for the most part, these guys' prices are priced pretty good. So, 7,500 for him, 75 for Bledsoe. Jokic is cheap. So, yeah, I like it. I do like this game for sure. All right, moving on. San Antonio and New Orleans, a 222 in New Orleans by 7. So San Antonio played Golden State last night, but it wasn't too hard for him. Anyway, I'm looking at Patty Mills. I don't mind him for $4,100. He's been playing half decent as well recently, 24 and 23. Minutes are kind of up and down. Had one game with 30 plus, but sitting around 23, 24. So I don't mind some Patty in this one. Don't mind Drew Holiday. I like DeRozan, but as normal, you got Holiday's defense on him, but I still think he can get you 40, 45 in this one. Rudy Gay, I think he's a good spot, 29 to 30. Ever since he came off from injury, he's looking pretty solid. Then you can look at Davis, Aldridge, obviously the 2 big juggernauts there, and then don't mind a little bit of Randall. So another game, I don't mind it. I know it's a 7 spread, but I do expect San Antonio to keep up with them. To be honest, Aldridge really is the key factor in this one. If Aldridge is on, this game's going to be good. If Aldridge, like he has the last couple days, unfortunately, gets in a bad habit and just can't shoot, then this game's going to go lopsided. So, yeah, Aldridge really does change this game. It does suck they're on the back-to-back because Aldridge, did pretty good last night. So he is getting a little older. So hopefully his shot continues in this one to keep this one close. All righty. So, yeah, another game like 2 or 3 in that one. Moved on, Dallas and Memphis in this one. Only a 204 in Memphis by 3. All right, so I have been targeting Memphis quite a bit. One guy for sure to look at is Marc Gasol, 8,700. I've been mentioning him quite a bit the last week or so, but for good reason. Solid guy to get you 38 to 40 points. Had a monster one against Minnesota. So yeah, I don't mind Marc Gasol again. Unfortunately, Jaren Jackson, I think that his run is kind of done. Still going to play, but JaMychal Green's back, so they got to share minutes, and his minutes dropped dramatically last time out. You can look at Anderson as normal for anywhere from 25 to 30 in this one. You can consider Luka Doncic, and for sure look at JJ Barea. Matthews is out again, so anywhere from 23, 24 points for him. I haven't played Mike Conley at all this year. I think every time I consider him, he doesn't do good. Like, I haven't picked this dude at all. How's he been doing? Yeah, he's been kind of trash. Probably not going to pick him. So I'm looking at Marc Gasol. That's probably the main dude I like. And then you can consider Anderson and consider Barea. But that's probably it for me. Let me go look at Mac. I picked him a couple days ago, and he went off for me. He might be an interesting play off the bench for Dallas. Yeah, I don't mind him. Had a bad one against Minnesota, but I still think he can get you around 25, 26 if that's what you're looking for. So usually I don't like targeting Memphis, but I like a couple for sure in this one. Yes, I know it's a low total, but I really don't mind Marc Gasol. Probably one of my favorite plays on the slate. All right, moving on. Last game, OKC in Sacramento. We'll see how this one goes. Should be probably one of the better games out there. Sacramento has been playing some pretty good ball. Don't think Westbrook's going to play again, so you can definitely look at Fox. Price came down a little bit. Had CP3 on him last game, and he didn't do too good there. But different story here at home as well. So I do like him to get you 40 to 45. Dennis Schroeder put him in there. Same as Paul George. This dude's been a monster. Go look at his last two games. Still only $10,000. So to be honest, if you can't go get Giannis, drop down to Paul George, should be in a good spot. Bagley is a GPP for me, just because I don't know if you guys know, but the last couple days there's been reports that some of the team members are not too happy with the way I think it's Jaeger. I think that's his name, has been coaching the team. Sorry, has been coaching Bagley, not giving him big minutes, and they finally gave him half-decent minutes last game, and he had 27 minutes. So, yeah, I mean, if they give him minutes again, he's going to be, the same Bagley to get you 27 to 30 points. So, GPP for sure for me. I do think his minutes are going to go up just because of what happened. Yeah, I really don't mind Bagley. He is risky because he could get really bad minutes, but I expect his minutes to go up. And then, as normal, Steven Adams in this one for sure. Yes, Bagley played a little more. Willie Cauley was struggling, so it did help him out, but still, I think they're going to play him. So, yeah, Adams in this one. Bagley, GPP, Paul George for sure. Dennis Schroeder, and then Fox. So one of the games I'm liking. We'll have to see the total and the spread, but probably going to be the game I'm targeting the most. So, yeah, Sacramento, New Orleans, and Milwaukee. Those are the three I'm targeting, and mix in maybe one Memphis player in this one here. So let's go see what I can get for you guys. Yeah, I do. I really like Marc Gasol. I think he's in a good spot. And DVP likes him as well. We're going to go punt away with JJ Barea. Like I said, 23-24 from him. $4,100, pretty cheap option. Walker or Irving, that's the $1,000,000 question. Just for this one, I'm going to go Fox. You can easily get rid of Barea and go up to Irving and have two good point guards. That's probably the way to go. But for just this, I got Barea in there. Shooting guard is pretty loaded as well. I really don't mind going Schroeder or Middleton if you want to go that way. It's probably the way I would look. For another guy I forgot to mention is David Nwaba, but Kyle Korver is coming back, so that might eat into his minutes. I'm not 100% sure. But he has been playing pretty good minutes the last two games and, putting up pretty good fantasy points. So definitely consider him. But Korver's back, so I don't know how that's going to affect him. Just wanted to mention that. Small forward, like I said, Giannis, if you can't get him, Paul George for sure. And then probably Warren is probably my next favorite guy. And then Rudy Gay, Kyle Anderson is probably what I'm looking at, and that's probably it there. Power forward position, AD, Aldridge, Harris, Harrell. Then, like I said, Bagley kind of in a GPP. And then, like I said, I got Mark Gasol in there. But if you can get Jokic, I think he's in a good spot. Adams for a little cheaper, normal 38 to 40 for him. And that's probably it. And then Cody Zeller for a little cheaper. So, yeah, like I said, maybe 3, maybe 4 games I'm really targeting. Those early games are mostly just terrible trash. Besides maybe Warren and punt with Muscala if you need to. But for that, that's really it. So targeting these later games for sure. So that is it. As normal, we'd love to have you guys join us to get in. Check out our website in the comment section below and hit us up on Twitter as well. Like I said, if you want to see Saturday's results, you can check out our Twitter, and we have screenshots from our subs. So that is it. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the video. Yeah, kind of a straight-up day. Not too much value out there so far. So you might have to play straight up. It's going to be hard to get in Giannis and Davis if that's what you're trying to do. Like I said, Paul George, it's probably still in a pretty good spot out of those big 3. So, all right, guys, that is it. As normal. If you enjoyed it, like I said, leave a like. We do appreciate it. And we will see you guys all here tomorrow.